Shalom,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Hakim. Khan. First and foremost, we'd like to give infinity honors to our Lord and Savior, Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
Khan, we would like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS.
Khan.
That rule well in truth and sincerity, man.
Khan.
You know, starting from Apostle Tahar,
Khan.
Gabal, Aramla, Bakar, and Elder Mandatazak, man.
That's right.
All the other brothers out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity, man.
Khan.
You know, and salutation to the hopeful elect. May the Most High raise you up in a speedily fashion, man.
Khan.
All right, so we come with y'all today, you know, with a quick sit down, man.
Khan. The purpose of Cain is to be able in righteousness.
That's it.
And that's what we're gonna get to. But see, now it evolved.
Exactly.
It evolved, and we're gonna go into basically what it evolved into today. You know, so we're gonna start off with the old way of the Cain, and now we're gonna show what it evolved into, and now to the new day of Cain. You know.
So
you want me to start off with Genesis?
I'll read it.
4th. Okay.
I'll read it.
All right.
And you know, we all gonna expound. We got Genesis 4 and 1. Start at 1, man. It says, and Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. And Cain was the first one that she bared, man. And Cain is the progenitor of Esau.
Right.
You know, of the so-called white man, as we said.
Right.
It says, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Verse 2. And she again bare his brother, Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep. And that's powerful how Abel was a keeper of sheep, man.
Right.
Same thing like our Lord and Savior, Yahushua was a keeper of sheep.
Right.
You know? It says, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. You know, and even to this day, they still have that same attribute. Cain, what do? They always tilling the ground. They always doing something. They always working. You know what I'm saying? But now their works, just like back then, was always a wickedness. It wasn't being fruitful in righteousness. It was always something mischievous behind it.
Right.
Verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord.
Right.
It says an offering unto the Lord. So this was a time, a season, you know, just like how you have like the feast of first fruits.
Right.
You know, there's a time where an offering had to be set, man.
Right.
And it said Cain brought his offering.
Right.
Verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. So Abel also was charged with doing the same thing, man.
Right.
You know, this is something that they all knew. You know, contrary to a lot of belief, man, before the 10 commandments, as they call them, which was multiple commandments, hey, they knew righteousness back then as well. The Lord spoke to them and told them what to do. So it was in their inward parts. They knew what was right and wrong, man.
Right.
It says, continue on verse 4. It says, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his follow, to his offering. So the Lord deemed that Abel had an acceptable sacrifice, man. Had an acceptable offering.
Right.
You know, in righteousness.
Right.
It says, verse 5, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. Which means that Cain gave a wicked offering, man.
Right.
You know, not only just the offering, but also his heart.
Right.
It says, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. He was very angry. And you know, I want to stop right there to say, you know, that's a prime example of not only just Esau, which we're going to get to in a second, but you know, the attributes that a lot of our people show today. You know, going back to what I said from the very beginning, you know, instead of correcting yourself, you choose to get upset. You know, a lot of times you have a person that care about you, but because the way they say it, or the way they come at you saying that, listen, that's what you did, you need to stop doing it, you'll get in your feelings and get upset. When you really should say, you know what, thank you, you're right, I didn't know that. Let me try to be better. But that goes back to the heritage in the beginning of how Cain was. You know, if any brother got anything to say,
Hey, real quick, in Hebrews 11th chapter, the 4th verse, it says, by faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. So this is the only way to know that, you know, because it said, you know, Cain was to be the purpose of Cain was to be able in righteousness, right? This just read that by which he obtained a witness that he was righteous. Right. So Cain was just set up to declare what righteous is and what evil is, and you know to see between the line. To show Cain was set up to show you what wickedness is, but with that you can make a comparison of what good and evil is. Right. Because obviously good is Abel. Right. And evilness, you know, that sin was Cain, man. So it showed you the balance. It showed you the comparison. Right. It says, Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. Now it said Abel offered unto Yahweh more, it says by faith he did it. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. So Abel's gift, his offering was more powerful because he actually hoped to please the Most High. He wouldn't know that sheep would please the Most High. He knew it through wisdom, you know, because it says wisdom knows what pleases the Most High, you know. But he hoped, which is where wisdom told him what to do to be able to please the Most High. Right. Cain wasn't trying to hope to please the Lord. He was just doing it as a routine. Right. You know, and a lot of our people, you know, we don't really, you know, we don't, there's no hope, there's no faith in things being done. We just go, they just go through routine. So you got dudes that fall out of camps. Right. You know, you guys, right, you because they were just going through the routine. You know, that's why there was others, but they was around us, but they wasn't really of us. Because they were just going through the routine. It wasn't hoping. There was no hope or faith inside of it, you know? Right. That's why we always tell people, you know, it's bigger than, you know, just going out there cursing out Esau. You know, it's bigger than, you know, just wearing these garments. It's bigger than just having a Bible in your hand. If you have no faith behind it, then none of that means anything. Right. And it says, you know, faith without faith, it says faith without works is dead. But guess what? You can have the works, and if you have no faith, it's still dead too. Right. Because if you out there and then you, that's why a lot of these brothers that fall out of camp, they always make an excuse. Oh, this brother did that. Right. No, it's no excuse. You was just wicked. Right. Because at the end of the day, you already know if you really love the Lord, you're going to do whatever you have to do to please him. Right. Regardless of what any brother does or says about you. It says, search out your own salvation. Right. With fear and trembling. Right. Cain wasn't trying to search out his salvation. No. Abel was trying to search out his salvation, man. Right, right. Absolutely. Oh, that was it. That was it? Yeah. So let's just see what happened after this point, man. Where it says that his countenance fell. And everybody should know what that is. You know, your countenance, like your outward appearance. You know, how you look. You know, he's down, upset, pissed off. Right. It says, verse 6, it says, and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? So he asked him, like, what you upset about? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why you're upset. Right. But let's elaborate on it. Verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? Exactly. And that's what we say to a lot of these dudes, to the spirit. Y'all bashim y'all shot, bashim kagwadash. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you did the right thing, when you do better, hey, brother, you know, brothers always complaining. I don't know scriptures like that. Do you put the time in the study? Obviously, you put the time in the study, you're going to start remembering. Right. So, what is it that you're not doing? You can't get upset that you upset. You can't. Don't get upset at me. Get upset at yourself. Yeah. Because you know, Cain, he probably was pissed off, cursing out the Lord. Like, they want to accept my gift. Well, what was behind your gift? You know, right, it wasn't faith, it wasn't hope, it wasn't none of these things. Because if you hope to please the Lord, you would have gave the right gift. And it tells you all those scriptures will please the Lord. Right. And that's the same thing for you 2/3, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got people out here, all they doing all day is smoking weed. What have you done to please the Lord? And then you say to yourself at the same time, I don't got no money, I'm broke. Well, all that money you spent on weed, couldn't you have saved that money throughout the months, throughout the years? Couldn't you have flipped that and, I don't know, made a power move with it, invested in yourself? You know, invested in buying a Bible, invested in buying a garment, going out there prophesying. No, man, y'all choose to invest
your currency or invest your time or invest your spirit into wickedness, man. It says, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Right.
I don't know, you want to elaborate on that?
Right, yeah. That basically just says that sin is now going to rule over you. So there was two different seeds that was born. There was the one of righteous and there was the one of evil. Now the purpose of Cain was to be chosen to do evil. That's why sin lied at life at your door. And the scripture said, continue on to say, you know, if you let it, it's basically going to rule over you. And it did rule over the line of Cain, in which Lamech became a killer. You know, and then there was so many damn killers on the earth, the Most High had to flood it. You know? But we at the point now where it has evolved. All right? And we're going to go into stories to show you how it evolved since then. You know?
Real quick, the brother going to get something back.
Okay,
This is 2 Timothy 3:13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Right. Deceiving and being deceived. Waxing worse and worse.
So these are clues. What does deceiver mean?
Right. It means a devil. So that's the new Cain. That's why Yahushua said, what? You are of your father, the devil. Exactly. He was a murderer from the beginning.
Exactly.
All right. So
the devil, you know, his manifestation, his kids are what? Us saved. What? The devil, the deceivers, Esau. So if you're doing anything to deceive, to go against the Lord, statutes, commandments, the Lord, you are doing the same attributes of Satan. Right. It goes all the way back.
Right. So this is the new style of the devils. The new style is now to play the victim role. All right. Cain was the first prototype, so he came out blunt and killed Abel. But then he could have played it. Now they're playing it a certain way. Oh, he didn't show me how to do this. Right. You know, we're gonna go into. I'm gonna show you this. We're gonna go into the stories now about these, about how that ability have became the side of a deceiver. You know.
Cain.
That
wasn't on that.
Yeah, that wasn't on that.
Right. You got something else on that?
Oh no, I'm gonna keep going a little bit.
Okay, Cain.
Because we got the point.
Okay.
I had to bring a point.
No.
All right. So it says it says the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field. So pretty much Cain, hey man, he called out for his brother. Yo, I gotta talk to you real quick. Abel came over, see what was going on. Like, hey, what's up? Where you at? Next thing you know, it says that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. And that's exactly what we keep talking about. When you look at, you know, great men like the apostles of GMS, you know, brothers out there constantly pushing this truth. Anytime they say something in righteousness, it offends these people in wickedness. Instead of them just saying, you know what, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they right. It says it here. What do? They buck up against them. They spiritually try to kill them. Right. They would love to physically try to kill all of them if they could, but they spiritually try to kill them by assassinating their character.
And then now elaborating exactly how they trying to kill them. Are they stoning the apostles now? Are they straight murdering them? No, they're doing it because it evolved. They're saying that these dudes are rapists now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they do. That's how they doing it. They saying that these men curse.
Exactly.
You know, oh, you're not following Yahushua. Will Yahushua put curses on people? Will he bless people? Exactly. All right. These are the ways that now that Cain has evolved in. Exactly. Instead of them, because the Pharisees wanted to murder Yahushua.
Exactly.
Yahushua knew that, but now it evolved by them playing the victim role and saying that the apostles and anybody that followed them is blaspheming the Spirit.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. It says, okay, yeah. So you know what? That was perfect, man. Keep it at that. Verse last one. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to 10, but we have verse 9. It says, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I thy brother's keeper?
Right.
And that's how y'all wicked dudes response, man.
Right.
Constantly, we always saying, well, y'all not doing good. Y'all constantly kill us every day. Like, for example, you know how many times you could go out on the street and people just curse us out? Y'all dumb. Y'all wearing freaking, y'all wearing shower curtains. Y'all look stupid. But then at the same time, y'all call yourself the next day going to church.
Right.
Isn't that, y'all basically doing the same thing? Like, shh, that's not my keeper. Fuck it.
Right.
Oh, but I still love you, Lord, but fuck it.
Right.
That was Cain's attitude.
Right.
You wicked dude. You know you're your brother's keeper. You're the older brother.
Right.
You're supposed to be watching out for your younger brother. But what are you? I don't know where you at. My brother's keeper.
Right.
And so not only did you lie to the Lord,
right,
you had a smart ass, wicked ass response. So you know the Lord already knows.
Right.
And you still had nerve to try to lie to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It says verse 10, last verse. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And to this very day, that's what we've been doing, man. It's from back then started. Great brothers in this truth constantly crying to the Lord for the end of this thing, man. To this very day, to right now while we speaking, all the spirits are crying out to the Lord that have been slaughtered in unrighteousness, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did righteous acts, but Esau slaughtered them, man. For no reason, for being righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? To this very day. And guess what? We crying out to the Lord. When we doing these sit downs, we crying out to the Lord saying, destroy this place. When we saying destroy Babylon, this place, we're saying what? Destroy this image that this wicked Cain has put up over the society, man. With Satan, this world, all the attributes in it. These 2/3 that come under this father Satan, man. That's what we're trying to say. Because it's not the world, it's the people in the world that create the vision of it, man. That's it.
Scripture. This is on Proverbs 9 and 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. So if you reprove a wise man, he'll sit back and listen. Like, you know what? I do need to change.
Right.
You know, brother, what you telling me is the right thing.
Right.
You know, but the scorners, they can't see that. You know.
Right.
All them words that you saying to him, he can't see that, you know, and he's not gonna be reproved of that. He want to remain wicked, you know, because he's of that seed. Right. You know, he don't have that protocol of changing or wanted to salvation for himself. Right. You know, so that's what happened to Cain. Cain, if he would have, you know, it would have been come to the Lord and like you're saying, you know, Lord, please, I messed up. You know, I murdered my man. Tell the Lord the truth. You know, instead, I don't know where my brother is. You know,
but see, all that attitude comes, but that still goes back to all this was set up to show you who the wicked was. Right. Because you know what? Even with that act, it wasn't spontaneous. It was premeditated. He knew he was going to kill his brother. You know what I'm saying? He had set it up. He had, you know, like how they say in the world, man, when they always say, yo, we're going to throw this person a party. You know what I'm saying? They're going to line that person up. They're going to set up the place. Yo, Abel, let me holler at you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, where you at? Boom. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do. Whether it be like, and that's why if y'all brothers get a chance, you might read through it, and you read Sirach 13 chapter, shows you all how to move with Esau. Okay. It was all about supplanting with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Point. You a sly devil.
Nah.
Oh, you finished with that?
Yeah. 9. Proverbs 9:9. Give instruction to the wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
See, and that's why, as much as it may hurt brothers, man, it's needed for brothers to get rebuked and reproved, man. Because how else are you going to grow if somebody doesn't correct you on your faults? And it takes another wise, generous, caring brother to do that, man. That's why it says iron sharpeneth iron. Because if a brother don't care, then how is he going to reprove you on anything? He don't care. That brother, the brother keep coming to your place over and over and see your house look like shit and won't say nothing. Right. No, if a brother is constantly rebuking you and trying to correct you, it's because they want you to get better.
Real quick, give me Proverbs 4:18. And then I'm gonna go to this story, just to land back on what y'all saying.
This is Proverbs.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 4:18. But the path of the just is as the shining light.
The path of the just is a shining light. So you have to understand the Most High is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is an energy. He's a source. He is the Father of lights. See, when you're walking in darkness, as we in Babylon, the reason why you know you're on the right path because there's light. That light also exposes you. Now, a lot of people that are on this path of light that's getting rebuked is because it says that real quick. Give me Daniel's the 12th chapter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it real quick just to explain, elaborate on it. You know, because this is the story. The story was a mystery. We didn't know who the devil was. You didn't know who the righteous was, and you know this path is a path of being exposed, and you're being exposed actually to be clean though. This is Daniel's 12:10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. What does that mean? That means that, read again what you said.
This is Proverbs 4:18. But the path of the just is as the shining light.
It is as the shining light. You're being purified. When you put light on your skin, just take your hand one day, put it over a light bulb. It burns. When the light is on you, it burns. When the rebuke is on you, that's the light being on you, it burns. It burns.
Yes,
it's supposed to burn. It's going to be more of it. But you rather burn by that light, or you rather burn by the missiles that's coming? Because something's going to burn, man. It's just that one is going to purify you and make you unto righteousness, as Daniel said, and the other one you're going to be shamed. But continue on with that. There's more in there.
That shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
Right. Why is it shining more and more unto the perfect day? Because when you're further away, you see that little light in the tunnel. You get closer, it shines brighter until you break out, and then it's a bright light. So when Paul met Yahweh Shai, he said it was a bright light that knocked him off the high horse.
Because he's the ultimate light.
When Moses was up in the mountain with Yahweh, they said his face came down, was shining. It was like a beam that he had to put veils on his face. Because that is when you're on that path. That's why I say wisdom make up a man's face to shine. Because the closer you get to that light, the more you're going to shine. But also, the more you're going to get rebuked and the more you're going to get purified. When you're in darkness, you're never going to get rebuked or purified because no light is on you.
No light, yeah. You're not on the
right light. That's why roaches like in the dark.
Right. There's a little more, right?
I know that was it.
Just give me Proverbs, the 6th chapter. This is funny because I had to sit down on this, but you know.
A few too.
Okay.
6
and 20, 6 and 18, I think it is. It should say the commandments. The light is a commandment. I think it's 6 and 23. 6 and 23.
This is Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the Lord is light.
The commandment is a what?
The commandment is a lamp.
Right, so when you're walking on this path into that perfect day, that path is commandments. On the highways and byways, love thy brother as thyself, you know, do this, do that, you know. That's the path, you know. You know, it's funny because now it bounces back where we was discussing with Taiwan, the broad way and the narrow path, Matthew 7 and 13, you know.
And the law is light and reproofs of instruction.
The law is what?
The law is light.
And what?
And reproofs.
And reproofs. So reproof means you're getting closer to the light. I mean, am I going off by saying that? Because it just said the law is a light and reproof. So that means it's a simile. So it's saying when you talk about the Father of lights or you're on the path of light, then that means that you're on the path of being rebuked and corrected all the time. You know?
Because you got to remember, the goal is to try to be perfect. Right. Now we're not going to be perfect, but we have to keep striving forward.
Right.
Because guess what? If brothers want to be joint ears of Yahweh Shai is perfect.
Right.
So it makes sense that you got to try to strive to be that way.
Right.
And all that does is just show more attributes and shows the Lord that, hey, he's actually trying.
Right.
Yo, he could take the rebuke and keep on going and go even harder.
Right.
That's what I like to see.
Right.
That's what Yahweh Shai did. They beat him even harder. He just what? Went more to the cross. They beat him even harder. He just carried the cross more.
Right. Rock that.
Rock that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get weak.
Right.
He didn't get weak and make an excuse like Cain and purposely do something wicked. And then not only do something wicked, make an excuse like, you know what, it wasn't even my fault, it was Abel's fault.
Right.
You know what? It's not the fact that I made a wicked sacrifice. He shouldn't have made one better than me.
Right.
Because that's what brothers do. Hey, listen, man, you have brothers in this truth, which I don't know if I should consider them brothers. You have people in this truth that'll get jealous or envious of another brother because of their talents. Just maximizing your talent, man. You know, I don't need to digress, but it still coincides with the lesson, man.
Right.
Just maximizing your talent. The Lord bless you with a talent, you maximize on it. You may not be a scriptologist, man. You may just have the gift of, hey, just helping a brother. Yeah. You may have the good elaboration. You may have the gift of reading.
Right.
But the point is, still good in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they both had to give a certain sacrifice, it could have been, hey, bro, we got lambs, we got goats. Yeah. But at the same time, it would have been in righteousness.
Right.
No, you can't get upset because you decided not to put the work in and then hope that the Lord's going to accept it. The Lord is all about work. You wanted to be lazy and give what you wanted to do. And then now you want to get upset because somebody did something better than you. Know, you're supposed to reflect yourself. Man.
Right.
And I got a scripture when you finish.
You didn't seek out the Lord. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Are the way of life. So we already know that light was created in the beginning, right? That brings forth life, because you need light for the plants to grow. The Most High considers as his olive tree. You know, he considers as earth. You know, so now that life really is the commandments. See, that's why when you go to Revelations, it say what? It say that it shall be the light shall not go out. What the hell is that talking about? That's because the commandments is the wisdom. You know, is never gonna go out. So this is the path we on, and with this path walking towards that light, you know, it takes rebukes because the light is rebuked. So it's a good thing. That's how you know you're on the right path. That's the only way you know on the right path. If you're not getting rebuked, and sometimes a rebuke might not be the spirit singling on you and the brother like rebuking you. It could be the words, the scriptures, when you're reading it, rebuking you. You might feel cut. Damn, shit, I'll be doing that, you know? Damn, I could have got judged like this dude here, you know? But that's you being on the right path. You know what I'm saying?
Not to get emotional about it.
Right.
A lot of brothers take abuse personally, man.
Right.
It's not about that. It's about whatever demon could have been getting on you.
Right.
And the brother just had to correct it real quick.
Right.
Hey, man, it's just like anything else. If you right here on this table, table's clean. If you see a bug real quick get on the table, you see some dirt, you're going to wipe it off real quick. You don't want it to spread. You know, the table not going to take a person, yo, why you did it? Yeah. You saying thank you. So when a brother gets on another brother, you supposed to be saying, yo, the water, brother, I didn't know that. I didn't see that in myself. I didn't know all these years. I thought it was like this. The water for letting me know that.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What kind of brother would I be knowing that you just left the freaking bathroom, you got toilet tissue on your sneakers, and you just keep walking around, I just see what you know, like whatever. Meanwhile, all these other people seeing you and you looking dirty right now. So we're like, hey, brother, when you correct yourself, take that off. It's not about how the brother says it, it's the fact that he even said it, man.
Right, absolutely. So you had something, right? Yeah. Now let this brother bring something out, and then finish the run of Proverbs.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me bring this out, man. This is simple but powerful, man. We got Matthew 5:14. It says, ye are the light of the world.
Right.
Keep in mind, it says ye. It's talking about you. You are the light of the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Which means what? Which means that for the Lord to even say you are the light of this world, it means that this world has to be in a lot of darkness. And what would make that so special that you are the light of the world?
And because you made in his image.
Exactly.
The scriptures in Genesis say, you are made in his image.
His image, yeah.
The Most High is the Father of lights.
Come.
Now, the Most High can't come down and teach these people because they'll die. So he got to use us.
Yeah.
So that's why the Most High said, you're the light of the world. Because we're supposed to actually instruct Israel, and not just Israel, we're supposed to actually be running this whole planet.
Yeah.
We're supposed to give them commandments, dietary laws, fabric laws, everything, all of the laws of the Bible is how we're supposed to conduct this. That's why we're the light of the world. Going back to the light being what? The light is the commandments and the rebukes and the reproofs. We're supposed to be back. That's why I said, you're going to basically be bashing other nations upside the head, not just because you're angry at them, but because you got to teach these dudes how to do the right thing. It's no more bowing down to Allah. There's no more adult. There's no more of this crap you guys do, man.
Exactly.
This is why the earth is dying.
Exactly.
There's no more eating shrimp. Come on, Moab. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the earth is dying. That's why integrity is dying. That's why everything is dying.
Right.
You know, it's more than just physical, man. A lot of stuff is spiritual. The mentality is dying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had a state of emergency, man.
Right.
We had a spiritual emergency to the point where people think fake is real and real is fake. You know, you talked about anything organic, they look at you like you got 3 heads.
Right.
You talk about something wicked, they look at it like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that the way? Like,
This is the
when
norm.
when your pants off your ass, like, I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like, I thought lineups was what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Your son. It says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill.
A city that's set on a hill. That's Zion. That can't be hid. The monument. Zion. That hill also represents the power throne. Okay? That's why he said in Psalms 121, King David, he said, you can get that real quick. He just said about my help coming. He coming from the hills. Right? That's where we set at. So guess what? When we go off, who do they put at the front screen as going off? Jake. Exactly. Look at this nigga here. Look at him. He's a killer, or he's that. Because they're trying.
Well, no. Say what you gonna say. I'll say something after.
No. The only thing I was gonna say was that, they basically want to defile the image and basically said, also downplay the Most High. They know we made in His image, but then also diss us. You know.
Exactly. Like you said, play the victim. Like it's just them, but at the same time, we're held up to more standards than them.
Right.
Because we're the light givers.
Exactly.
In general, Israel is the light givers.
Right.
Now, amongst our flock, you got 2/3 that's going to be destroyed. But in general, Israel is the light givers. So we held up as a different standard. That's why I say, oh, that's them getting back the Most High. This would be a special people. But look, look what he did. Right. Because we're the only ones technically, thus say the scriptures, that can sin.
Right. Absolutely. That's why we got the light, because we got the laws.
Laws of light. Yeah.
Right. Psalms 121:1. Real quick.
This is Psalms 121:1. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help?
That's it, man. That's it. That's why we are set on a hill on high. Because we're set basically up there next to the Most High. You know, our standards, our laws. We supposed to be moving on that vibration. Yahweh Shah said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven.
Exactly.
That's the standard we supposed to be put on. The pedestal.
Now, and you know what, brother? Real quick, that goes to what we was talking about earlier, yesterday, how you always supposed to strive for greatness in this truth.
Right. Yeah.
Not being complacent. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about how, and you're not gonna get bugged out about it. I'm saying that before I even see what I'm about to say. Right. But just think about the level of commitment, just the level of standard it takes to get even close to trying to be like that high level of the Most High of Yahweh Shah. Right. Because keep in mind, form of all things. Keep in mind, talking about Yahweh, He is to be everything. Right. That means we're supposed to know everything. Right. We're supposed to know at least a little. We're supposed to be always being studious. Right. And trying to learn. Because keep in mind, like the brother said, if we are the light, that means they got to come to the light for what? Instruction. Right. So that means no matter, and the scriptures tell you what? Always be ready to have an answer. Right. You don't know what question's going to be thrown at you. Right. So you're supposed to constantly always be, that's why I say in leisure time of reading. Right. You're supposed to constantly be learning. Right. Not even just for your sake, of course, but you have a responsibility to teach people.
Right. Hey, Noah was the first yacht club, man. They want to know how to build a yacht. No, it was no boats back then. It was no arcs back then. You know, there was no arcs back then. You know, so these guys never seen the rain. You know, but that instruction came from the Most High. You have more on that, right?
Yeah, you know what I got? Yeah, this is a lot right here.
All right.
Matter of fact, verse 15. It says, neither do men light a candle and put it under a vessel.
Right. See, now that means you're hiding the laws. You're hiding the way you're supposed to move. And a lot of the ones that know, that come in to understand this truth, that don't like it, that's what they do. They hide it from another person to learn. And that's when they come up with all these other doctrines. Yo, you ain't got to give double honors to the apostles of GMS. Yo, you ain't got to do this. You don't got to go out that many times. Yo, you know, but they start to hide the light, the commandments, the ways unto this path. Exactly. So they mislead people and they keep them in darkness. They go onto this path and they catch them right there because a little bit of the light is shining, but they put it underneath the bed and they cause people to just, you know,
cause people to err.
Yeah, to err.
Yourself, you're sinning now because basically one of the last things, if not the last thing Yahushua said in Revelation 22nd chapter was, don't add or take away.
Right.
So you're taking away everything that could be offered to a potential brother that's coming as truth. Brother or sister. Anybody that's coming as truth, you know they of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? So you could be hiding that from that person.
Right.
And by you doing that, you're taking them away from the light of Yahushua.
Right.
You're intervening. You're trying to hinder and intervene Yahushua from getting to that person. Yahushua coming down, you're pushing this brother away from him.
Right.
So, if anything, you're being worse than Esau. Because Esau can't help it.
Yep.
It says, and it giveth life unto all that are in the house. So you're spiritually killing these people, man. Because of that light is giving life. If you're taking away that light, you're causing death.
Right.
You know? So that's why we always say, Spirit of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakab Dash, and we keep saying that name because, hey man, we can't say it enough. People not hearing that name enough. So I say it every second I can. That's why we always say how important brothers are in this truth, no matter what you do.
Right.
You know, as for the roles that you play, I don't care if it's just holding up a sign. I don't care if it's talking, reading. I don't care what it is. You have to constantly keep pushing, man.
Right.
Because you don't understand what you think may be small is so big.
Right.
In this grand plan of the Most High, man. And we outnumbered.
Right.
We outnumbered, but so whatever we do, it has to be more potent than what they do.
Right. Hey, I got something real quick. And this is going back to the story. We're going to show you how this thing changed from the style of Cain changed, okay? This is I'm gonna start from the history. This is the history of Susanna. I'm gonna start from 20. Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore, consent unto us and lie with us. So let me start from 19. Now when the maids were gone forth, the two elders rose up and ran unto her. Verse 20. Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us. We are in love with thee. Therefore, consent unto us and lie with us. Basically, have sex with us. Verse 21. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee. And that's what you dudes do, man. You dudes bear false witness against the apostles and other camps. People will make up some miraculous things. They'll say the apostles are a cult. They'll say that they do this. They're pedophiles. They'll say a whole bunch of stuff. They have sex with underage girls. You know, these are the things that they start to bear false witness against. But I'm saying this is the style of Cain now. Because Cain had to figure out, their spirit had to figure out a way of not bluntly killing somebody, because they bluntly kill somebody, they're to blame for it. So now let's bear false witness so their Lord or the force could kill them. You see? So now it says, behold, the garden door is shut, that no man can see us. We are in love with thee, therefore consent unto us and lie with us. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maidens from thee. See? So they're going to lie because she was married to a king.
Yeah.
They're going to lie and say she was having sex with a young man. Verse 22. Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. Shit. If I have sex with them, I'm going off. If I don't have sex with them, they're going to lie, and I'm going to be in trouble. So this is the position that we're like Susanna, you know. These dudes trying to put us in position. Man, you know, if we do come down hard and start coming on certain dudes, they're gonna play the victim role. Right. You know? And if we don't say anything, then they basically gonna look like it's right what they saying. Yep. You know? So it says, but if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. Verse 23, it is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord Yahweh.
Exactly, brother.
You see? And that's what we doing, man. Hey, we're gonna basically fall into their hands. We're gonna be what they're gonna call us because the Yahweh Shah said that. They're gonna basically bring you forth. What do you think they're gonna bring us forth over? Nice things? No, these guys are gonna say hella evil things. Exactly. Right? And so we're gonna fall into their hands, but we're gonna keep going. It says, verse 24, with that Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the two elders cried out against her. So it was 1 verses 2. Meanwhile, the elders of during this time, they were high men. They were high statured men. Right? It says, verse 25, then ran the one and opened the garden door. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at a private door to see what was done unto her. Verse 27, but when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna. So they was greatly ashamed, like, damn, Susanna's a hoe? Yeah. You know, damn, the apostles have sex with young kids? You see what I'm saying? Damn, they're a cult? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. Then, you know, demonizers, right? That's the new campaign of Cain, man. It says, verse 26, so when the servants of the house, verse 27, no, verse 28, and it came to pass the next day when the people were assembled to her husband, Jehoshaphat, the two elders came also full of mischievous imaginations against Susanna to put her to death. That's the evolution of Satan. That's the evolution of Cain. I'm not going to bluntly come out and slay you no more because I know the Most High is going to find out about it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have people slay you because I'm going to play the victim role like I'm righteous. And I was righteous. I found her with these people, you know?
And that's why if brothers are spiritual and really knows what's been going on for years, that's why Esau loved to assassinate your character first. Right. Before he puts you to death, man. Right. You know, everybody, hey, we all know what's going to happen with R. Kelly, but we know the tricks of the devil, so just you know, get your will ready, man.
Right. Michael Jackson,
Prince, all but you know, it's a lot of people, man, that they assassinate their character right before, you know, mysteriously they die. Right. Now we all know that's all of the Lord as well. Right. We're just saying that that's how Esau moves in this world. Yes. Same thing like how, and matter of fact, Esau is so dirty that he'll kill off his own family members just to achieve that goal.
You've seen that.
For example, you know, when you look at the Holocaust, well, a lot of brothers that don't know, and you can research this yourself, basically paraphrasing a little bit, but when you go into it, you gotta understand first things first that Hitler, he's related to the Rothschilds. Yeah, right. I believe like one of the Rothschilds was like his uncle or aunt, something like that. Okay. He was like the nephew of one of them. Anyway, what they did was, you know, they funded him, they gave him money for his campaign. Now within that whole segment, you know, people look at these concentration camps and say, oh, that's messed up what he did to the Jewish people when he killed them, put them in concentration camps and killed them. That's not what he was doing. He was putting them in concentration camps to hide them from the rest of the land that he was slaughtering. Right. Those people that was in concentration camps was highly related towards that wicked Edomite family. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when they was even dying off a little bit in those concentration camps, it wasn't because he was purposely doing it.
Yeah.
It's because I think it was smallpox or it was mosquitoes. It was something of that time that was going on over there. So he was
malaria or something.
Right. So he was
disease.
So he was spraying something on their clothes so it wouldn't attack them.
Right.
But with that course came some sicknesses with it.
Yeah, it was gas in
there. There was gas in the clothes so that whatever was what outbreak was happening at that time would kill that off. But the gas also was seeping on them.
Right.
So that's what was indirectly killing some of them.
Right.
But what's that being happening with him trying to, with him trying to keep them in the concentration camp, the rest he was trying to slaughter them. Why? Because the main goal was so that they could do what the brother said, sympathize and say, look at the slaughter that's been happening.
Right.
Our land's been killed. We need a new land.
The lies. Right.
The lies.
Yeah.
So they could get what?
The Balfour Declaration.
Israel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he had no problem slaughtering his own people, just to the masses, to the people, to make it seem like, oh, look what they did. They paid something. We gotta give them their own land. You know what that is to give somebody their own land?
Right.
They didn't say give them a house.
That's a lot.
They didn't say give them some web. They say give them their own land. That's a huge land. Huh?
Right.
And to this day, that lie still stands.
Right.
They still had their remembrance. Oh, the Holocaust came. And this and that.
Right. You gotta sympathize for them and feel bad.
Which is a lie.
Right.
But so he's been assassinating characters from the beginning.
Right.
And before that, it was this.
Yeah, before that was
so this was showing you the beginning of how it happened. Huh?
Yeah. And then even with 9/11, they just stable that up. Oh man, now I'm terrorists and we gotta go to war and all of this crazy crap just to find out that nobody even how the hell these guys come from all the way to Afghanistan, get a plane, fly. Come on, that shit sounds damn nice. You know what I'm saying? When they were the ones that gave them it. Right. Who gave them the plane? Come on, these guys just got on the plane. They know how to fly them. Come on, man.
Trump doing the same thing now. He's trying to assassinate, Issachar, so-called Mexicans.
Right.
And saying how we need this and this is why.
Exactly.
Now keep in mind, keep in mind, and we're gonna get
MS-13 gangs. Oh man, these guys are just bringing in drugs and killing everybody.
Keep in mind, we're gonna get back to the scriptures, but I just want brothers to think about this real quick. You have somebody like Trump, right? He's saying over and over, the reason we got a government shutdown is because I want people to contribute so we can build this wall.
Right.
Nobody's saying to yourself, what we use right now, fiat money, right? Y'all create the money. How come y'all just create some money and make the wall?
Right.
Hey, Trump, you got these billions. Why don't you just pay for the wall?
Right.
So it has to be deeper than to contribute the money because y'all can make money.
Right.
You can just tell the government, hey, just make money and do it. You can do that. So what's the deepness behind it?
Right.
And also, what's the place? Like, because think about it now. With this government shutdown, right? Can't this also be another form of gentrification? Because if you got a government shutdown, nobody's getting paid. So now you're forced to do what? Take more loans. You can't pay these loans. Brownsville, all these other places, that's ways to get you out. You can't pay. Boom. You killing, I don't know how many birds with one stone. Because everybody's going to be bankrupt. If you keep this on soon enough, nobody's getting paid.
Right.
And then now they're offering where they can start giving you loans, they said, but it's gonna have interest. So now this go for 3 months, now you put yourself another $50,000, $60,000 in debt, depending on already your cost of living and your house and your mortgage would be $4,000. So how much you spending?
Yeah.
So now you're putting yourself in more debt, and it's just funny how this comes around the time when y'all already spent all your money from Thanksgiving, from Christmas, from New Year's.
Yeah.
So you was thinking you're gonna re-up, and now you got worse. So brothers need to always just think spiritually and always just like the brother, like the elder and I can't would say, Thawon Mayum, don't always sit on the couch and look at the TV. Sit on the TV and watch the couch. Look at the room from a different perspective. Because they can make fiat, they can make the money. Trump has enough money to make that wall. So what is this really about? What's going to be the end goal behind this? Go ahead, brother.
Good point. Hey, going back, it says the history of Susanna. It says, verse 29, it said before the people send for Susanna, the daughter of Celsius and Jaelson's wife, and so they sent her. But this is the point, I'm not gonna go too far in the story. I'm gonna just end it off there. And I'll go into another one in Genesis.
The point is, it was wickedness.
Yeah, it was
wickedness to how these dudes get down.
That's it, man. That was it.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That's like the brother said. That's the thing that we're gonna be exposed to. That's why I said suffer yourself to be defrauded. That's what we had to deal with in this world. It's gonna be a certain time, whether y'all believe it or not, where the time of Jacob's trouble is gonna happen. We're gonna have martial law. Right. This is right here. It's practice of martial law. That is actually the shutdown. Right. That's really that's really the main point. Yeah. If a lot of brothers didn't know. Yeah. Because now it's like, let's see the reaction. What happens when TSA shuts down? Right. When the airport shuts down. Right. When transit shuts down. When this shuts down. When this shuts down. Right. What do? Right. And then that's the bigger goal. Yeah. And let's have another wing rise up against us. Let's have sedition in this government, because now they're using Nancy Pelosi as basically the people champ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And those who like Nancy Pelosi is pretty much the Democrats. Yeah. Now the Democrats will be favoring the ones who actually, all of the workers, even including some Edomites who voted for him, are not. They want the wall because these guys are Edomites and they hate the nation of Israel, but it's affecting them. Yeah, so it makes them more enraged of the Democrats. Why don't you guys just give them the money? Yeah. So this is creating a division within the house. But not even just within Edom house, it's still a race riot, because most of the Democrats are Jakes. What they're really trying to get is the people. They're just using these two ones. Listen, Nancy, no, we should. The wall is not good. I don't even think that. Oh, I know I'm not for building a wall. No. All right. And then Trump, we need this wall. So you got Republicans that are actually not working, but they're saying, they're still so diehard that they don't want this wall. But they're so diehard that they don't want the wall. But they're like, yo, you freaking Democrats need to give up this bread. I need to get paid. And I want that wall built. So it's building up that sedition and a rival with a split between his government, right before their eyes. And then on the back end, you know what the hell's going on? There's a freaking INF. These guys just pulled out of the nuclear deal with Russia. On the back end, there's an arms race going on. Yep. You know that? You think China's really interested in the moon? These guys are trying to figure out how to drop a missile and block themselves. That's why Trump, he just went into space warfare. These things these guys are on a super race. But it's happening all behind the scenes. Yeah. What do you call it? Hiding in plain sight. Because meanwhile, it tells you right there. You can put it on CNN right now. On the bottom, they don't say it. Why they talking about new business over here in Brownsville? On the bottom, you see it writing, new Satan 2, this, that. New, that. You see how I'm showing it right there. So they hide it in plain sight. It's right there in front of you, but you too busy worried about why Kelly really did that stuff or not. Yeah. A fine print, You know what I'm saying? You too worried about that. You too worried about the whole Soulja Boy thing and him talking about this and Drake and all this other stuff going on right now. Who cares? Yeah. The point is your salvation. Right. What's going to happen? Salvation. That was it? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I'm done with that. What else we had? I had actually we have Philippians 1:29. Yeah. And I'm gonna get one also in Genesis 39. You had something, brother?
Yeah, I had something. This is John 3:19, and this is the condemnation.
1:28.
This is condemnation that light is coming to the world. Right. And men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
There you go. That's why where they Cain fled off to the caves where it's dark as hell. Dark. You know what I'm saying? These nobody's exposed. Yeah, nobody. I'm away from the sight of the Lord. I'm just gonna breed a bunch of whole wickedness over here. So much that the Lord gonna have to flood the earth. That's how many gremlins I'm about to breed.
They show Yeah, man. And who was that light that came into the world? That was Yahweh. Right. And men love darkness rather than light, because you don't want your evil deeds to be shown into that light, man. Right. Because you're wicked, and you don't want to be righteousness, man.
And the other thing is that too, you now expose you where you have to do something about it. Yeah. Because you're responsible for your actions. Just like anything else. If you just cut the light off right now and you do whatever, nobody sees you, who cares? Right. But say you turn that light on, somebody sees you do it, damn. Now you can either respond by not doing it again, or continue doing it. But now you're to blame because you've been exposed to it.
Right.
That's why the scripture told you that sin is dead without the law.
Right.
Because the law is what exposes sin.
Right.
So you can't even blame sin until the law came in.
Right.
Now that law is there, you have to be accountable for your actions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it gives you a platform to stand on.
Right.
You know, if you just keep hitting somebody, okay, whatever. But once they tell you stop hitting them and you hit them again, now you get punished for it. So did I say stop doing it?
Right.
The Lord told you what to do and what not to do. If I didn't tell you that, whatever. But I told you what not to do, and then you still went and did it.
Right.
Guess what? It's something called cause and effect. It's a reaction behind things you do and you don't do. That's why you got Deuteronomy the 28th chapter.
Right.
You do this, you good. You don't do this, this is what happens.
Right. This is on Romans real quick, 7 and I'll start from I guess I'll start from okay, Con. I guess I'll start from just laying back on what you said. It says what shall we say then? Is the Lord sin? No, I'm gonna start from 8. But when sin taking occasion by the commandment wrought in me all manner of concupiscence, for without the law sin was dead. For I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived and I died. Verse 10, and the commandment which was ordained to life I found to be death. Verse 11, for sin taking occasion by commandment deceived me, and by it slew me. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, just and good. So Paul basically is saying that, more or less, with the light being around, I can see sinful things. But without the light, I'm talking about the commandments. With the commandments, I can see the sinful things. Right.
But it also shows him the struggle though.
Right.
How he felt like he was dying at first. Once he realized it.
Right.
Because he got to talk on that.
Because I mean, you can elaborate.
Yeah, because you got to understand. Because it's like when you first get into this truth.
Yeah.
When you first get into this truth, you feel like you're almost dying because you got to understand you've been constantly in wickedness all your life to the point where you thought that was natural. So now when somebody's correcting you, you got to do like this. It's like somebody telling you how to walk. You're like, no, you're not going to be walking like this. You got to walk this way. Like, you know how bad that hurt? Like, I can't naturally walk like this. I don't want to walk like this. I feel awkward. I feel weird.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you're like, well, I can't get the shape up. Like, yo, man, I like being fresh. Like, I can't. Yeah. You mean no shape up? Like, I can't do that. Women ain't going to like how I look. I can't. Right. So it's killing you. You're like, yo, I got to convert my ways now. Like, but then after a while, you realize, I'm converting it, but it's better this way. I see the benefits of it. Right. Wait, I'm not breaking out no more. Like, wait, I feel natural. Like, wait a minute. Like, okay, growing up big, yo, I look more fearsome. Like, I look like a man. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. I see the benefits of it. I see, okay, no breakouts, no this, no cutting I see why I shouldn't do it. And everything makes sense. It's just that, again, you're trying to turn those wicked, crooked ways of yours and go straight, which at first it's going to be a challenge, but once you get there, you realize, I'm glad I made that decision. If you're a person that is faithful and righteous and believes it, you have certain people that fake the funk, then that's why they drop out. Because they never really wanted it. They acted like it around brothers, but they really wanted to go back in the world and be wicked. That was it. Yeah. All right, come. You had more. So
this is John 3:19. I mean John 3:20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, and that's the wisdom, man. That's the knowledge of the Most High.
Really, I was shot.
Come.
In the commandments, bro. Yeah. Really, it's the wisdom. But what is the wisdom? Remember what the Lord said. This is your wisdom in the sight of all nations. What was He speaking of? It's the commandments.
The commandments.
Right. Right.
Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
Right.
And that's the reason why they don't want to come to the light, because they know that, oh man, I'm gonna have to change. Because I was trying to tell my brother about the truth, and he came to me and he's like, you know what? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I'm like, I'm like, wow, man, why you don't want to? He's like, I'm not ready for that yet, man. I can't do it, man. And
he moved.
Yeah, he moved.
He moved because he knew if he stayed around you too long, he got no choice but to convert. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be around light that long and not get converted to light. It just shows that wickedness is so deep, you rather do that. You rather move than get converted. Because naturally, that's what it says in Amos 3:3. How can two walk together unless we agree? Right. Naturally, one is going to overtake the other. So there's no way you could be around me wicked and I'm righteous and we get along. You know what I'm saying? That's like me being around a sodomite. You talking about dudes all day. I'm talking about women. We not going to mix. Right. Sooner or later, you're going to try to hit on me. I'm going to punch you in the face and move. Like, something's going to happen. So you have to understand, like, in this truth, the reason a lot of people not going to listen to you and not want to talk to you and want to dodge the bullet and move this way is because they know if they stay around you in their wicked ways, if you're a righteous man in the Lord, you're going to constantly get on them. You're going to constantly rebuke them. Why are you doing that? Don't smoke around me. Don't do this. Don't do that. They don't want to hear it. So that means, yeah, I'll see you later. I got to go this way. Right. That's it on that?
Let me go to 21. This is John 3:21. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wroth in the Most High.
Right. That's it, man.
Wroth means past and past specifical of work.
Right, work. They're going to be worked right through the Most High. But, you know, and it's past tense, meaning like it worked. You know, that's why I say past. Wait. Hey, man, read that part again. That was powerful.
This is John 3:21. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light.
Cometh to the light. So the only ones that come to the light is the one that's being truthful. So how you being truthful? By your confessing, brother. Hey, brother, you know, I went off. Hey, brother, I'm you know, this. Hey, I think like this. I'm wicked, bro. You know, and not just to say you wicked. We all know we wicked, you know. But you being truthful. Hey, like, you know, you was truthful with brothers about your situation. I was truthful about situations. You know, and it's hard. Sometimes you might give a portion of the truth. Like, you know, like, it's hard to go all the way with it. You're like, ah. But for the most part, being honest, that the Lord, read that one more time again.
This is John 3:21. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light.
Guess what? That's how that man on the cross came into the kingdom with Yahweh Shah. He was speaking truthful. I'm wicked, man. He don't belong in here. We belong in here. Why don't you just shut up, bro? You know, I used to, come on, man. You know what we did. This man ain't do nothing I did. So what did he do? Did he do the works of right? Did he, you know, Shalom, the high holy days, this, that, and the third of it? Was he doing that? No. He spoke truth. And that he came to the light. The light, the command, that revealed to him that, yo, I am this. I am that. Exactly. You know? And that's what the Most High, you know, that's what the Most High required, you know? And us, we come if truthful to the Lord, but we ain't giving up. You know what I'm saying? We understand that, we can't be perfect. And we understand, you know, as far as being perfect and doing the commandments perfect. That's what I mean by, you know, every law. But
it says rehearse the righteous acts. We try our best. To the best of our ability, that's what we do, man.
Right. And we continue to be truthful with the Lord, speaking prayers, and we hope. You know, this is what it is, man. That's a bad scripture, brother.
That his deeds may be made manifest.
Right, that his deeds may be made manifest. It was made manifest before the eyes of Yahweh. He said, yo, you're going to enter into the kingdom with me this very day. But what work did he put in? He was on a cross. He was, even up to the day of his cross, his work was being truthful. That goes a long way. How many of the brothers could flip the script and be truthful? Could Cain have been truthful? What would have happened if Cain would have been truthful? You know what? I'm jealous of you, brother. You know, damn, I want to make a good offering. You know, man, I got this anger in me I want to take out on you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, man. You know, like, being truthful could have healed him. But he was set up again
to be the wicked. That's
right.
We tell you that he's a proud man.
Right.
That pride, I'm not going to admit any of that. I'd just rather kill him. I just rather kill him than admit anything. Just kill him, get him out the way, then I gotta worry about him at all. That's how Esau moved. Why even deal with all of it? Just eradicate him. He's a sword, just eradicate him. That's the easiest way to eradicate him, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, that goes back again to the purpose of the sit down is what? The purpose of Cain to be able in righteousness. He couldn't do it. He wasn't able to be able in righteousness. But the thing is, you 2/3 were able. I just decided not to. And that's why y'all 2/3. You know what I'm saying? You guys follow in the spirit of Cain, man.
Right. You guys are set up to be following Cain, man.
Keep in mind, you guys are worse, because with Cain, which is Esau, he's given no repentance. Israel has repentance.
Right.
But y'all still choose to do wickedly.
Right. 2/3 is they set up to be destroyed. They you know, Cain. Matter of fact, we're gonna get it in Philippians 1:28.
And you got 1:28?
Nah, I think you said I'm 1:21 first, right? Or no?
That they are wroth in the Most High.
That they are wrought in the Most High. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get that. I got Philippians 2 and 15.
All right, so let me get 1:28.
But also on the flip side, look how much the Most High increased Paul, man. And Paul, he actually, you know,
because Paul was chosen to be righteous. So you got dudes that did wickedly like this man here up until the day of the cross, but he wasn't chosen to be a 2/3.
Right.
You got dudes that come in the truth to do right, but they were chosen to be 2/3, like Judas Iscariot.
Right.
Wow. See, that's the depth of the Most High. He said, "Yeah, I chosen you 12, but even one of you I chosen to be a devil."
Right.
So you can't. This thing of the course is not up to men. You know, they got that new thing called bandersnatch, where dudes is picking for you.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
This thing is picked.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, slots is being filled.
Yeah, I suggest y'all brothers, if y'all haven't seen it, man, go on Netflix. Watch that Black Mirror movie called Bandersnatch. Man. It's a powerful movie.
Very powerful.
So powerful to the point where they getting sued, and they gonna probably want to take that movie down because it's so spiritual, man.
Yeah.
So if y'all get a chance, I don't know if you can find a way to download it. Whatever you gotta do, watch it, man.
Yeah.
But also, with that being said, I know the brothers are saying a lot of stuff. You know, it's powerful, man. But also, keep in mind, everything we're saying is from reading past tense of the scriptures. So, it's not saying that you dudes out there that's doing wicked, y'all can't be saved. We're not saying that. So we gotta put that in perspective too. That hey, with that we seen that
we just going to the God of the cross who's wicked up there.
Exactly.
So if you be truthful and you repent,
exactly.
You know,
because we don't know who 2/3 are. We don't even know we're gonna get saved. Lord willing.
Lord willing.
The spirit of Yahweh,
we don't
be part of the elect. We don't know what can happen. So we don't want nobody twisting this as an excuse like, well, I'm doing wicked, so I already was set up. We don't know who's set up.
If you gravitate to that, then that's you.
We know through past tense of reading the scriptures who was set up. We don't know right now what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not an excuse, because that would be what Cain would do.
Hey,
that Cain. Well, I guess everybody set up, so I must be. Hey, you did that.
If that's your MO, then you know that's you. But if you ain't, then you gonna try your best of your ability. You know.
Right. Go ahead.
You know. This is Philippians. Philippians 1:28. It says, and in nothing terrified by your adversaries, the ones who are against you, which to them an evident token. This, you know what it is to present evidence to a case. This means that when they bring in a gun with your fingerprints on it, your DNA all over it. That's evidence. So Paul says an evident token. Token means a sign of perdition. It is evident that these are the 2/3. These are the sons of Satan. But to you of salvation and that of Yahweh. So the Most High is basically making it evident in this time that we're in. We're at the end. That Esau is the devil. All right?
I got definitional evidence. In the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Merriam-Webster.com. Got a few of them, man. It says an outward sign showing so that means outwardly The Lord physically is showing you he's the devil from all his actions that he's doing.
Right,
From
right.
people doing this Black Lives Matter. Why? Why would you have to say Black Lives Matter? Because he's killing everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From people doing Me Too movement. So all these things that he's doing to his sodomite agendas.
Right.
To him, you know, not doing the land Sabbath to the point where now you got GMOs. So everything he's doing to put chemtrails in the air, corrupting the water, he's showing evidence, yo, this dude is the devil.
Right.
Keep going. It says something that furnishes proof, testimony. These are the testimonies, man.
Right.
Because the Lord says so, and these testimonies makes this true.
Right. Right. Con. So furnishes proof and testimonies. So the scriptures is testifying against them. So it says it is an evident testimony, right? A token, meaning a sign of perdition. Who the sons of perditions are. So the ones who speak against the apostles of GMS, all right? Those are the ones who you starting to reveal to see who is chosen to be a 2/3.
Exactly.
Esau, you starting to see that the ones who are killing, shooting the guns for no reason, dropping bombs, it is evident that these are the Edomites. This is the man who lived by the sword. All right, this is the one who destroyeth the earth. This is the one who choppeth down a tree. You know? And the ones who are on the highways and byways, keeping in order, you know, following the high holidays to the best of their ability, you know, keeping the brotherhood.
Testifying against wickedness.
Testifying against wickedness.
That goes into this definition too.
And being persecuted are evident that those are the ones who, it says, but to you of salvation, that of Yahweh. So it's evidence to them that they're going to be saved. So you need the evil to see the evidence of what's righteous, and you need the righteous to see the evidence of who's evil, because it'll work hand in hand. Because calm, brother.
Yeah, hand in hand. I mean, like we talked about earlier, you know, what's tall?
Right.
Saying, how do you know what something tall is if you don't have something short compared to it?
Right.
If everybody in the whole world was the same height, how would you? There would be no tall or short. That's just your height.
Right.
You have to compare it to something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't say something is hot unless you never had cold.
Right.
There is no. You have to separate the two, so you can have the balance and know which is which.
Right.
It says last one of the definition: one who voluntarily confesses a crime and testifies for the prosecution against one accomplices.
Right.
So so righteously, that's what we're doing.
Right.
We're out there and we're protesting and we're testifying that these people are the wicked.
Right.
What they're trying to do is twist it back on us, but with false claims.
Right.
That's what Esau is doing with false claims. Oh, they doing this because of this and the rape doctrine, but it don't make sense.
And not just Esau saying that, because Esau's not
all
the
the
one
nations,
who's pushing it.
all the
Damn Israel, really.
Yeah.
It's 2/3 who's really saying that because they're the ones who came up underneath it. So
yeah, like we said.
And now they feel right. They're the ones 2/3. Remember, those are the closest ones. I mean, that's the one point at Yahweh Shah was Jews escape. The 2/3, the ones who came up underneath it, are the ones who's mostly pointing out. Esau is going to follow up with it, just like the Roman Caesar did with the overall judgment. You know, that's kind of like how it formulated. You know, the 2/3 know everything in and out, so they tell Esau everything. And then Esau sees it. Oh yeah, I know these guys, and they back it up with the judgment in which he said, "Yo, well, I didn't do it. I washed my hands clean." You know?
Yeah, because if it's nothing there, then Esau is the one that's going to start the controversy.
Right.
Because Israel's the one that's going to follow through. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when you look at basketball stuff like that, behind it, you always see these both players fighting, but who's behind that? Esau. You know what I'm saying? Unless they already have strife, which 2/3 going to do anyway.
Exactly.
But like you said, yeah, that was powerful.
That was
a
scripture.
It's pretty about Shah.
That scripture. This is on Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
Right. A false balance is an abomination. So you need the selective wickedness, and you need the selective righteousness, so you can learn good and evil, and so you can just so like we entitled it, man, so you could be able to see you could be able to be able in righteousness. You know, you need to, the purpose of Cain is to be able in righteousness. You know not to go in that route. You know to go in this route instead. You know, so That's the balance. Is Most High created good and evil.
Yeah, and now you can see the benefits of being righteous.
Right.
You have to see witness. You have to see wickedness to see the benefits in righteousness.
Right, and that's what's to come. That's what the world yet waits to behold to be seen, because nobody has seen the benefits of righteousness yet. Even we wait for that, because what was the question that Peter asked Yahushua? He said, "What shall we receive?"
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Everybody knows the benefits of capitalizing off of people. But this is a capitalist society. To make capitalize off of somebody, where you profit for yourself. And then you oppress these people and you profit off of them, and that's the benefit of righteousness, the money and the glory that they get,
That's the benefits of wickedness.
Wickedness.
That's what they do in this world, and for their benefit is to oppress somebody so they can have a benefit.
Right.
In this world, that's what it is. You have to crush somebody so you can get on top.
Right.
Now there's a society where y'all all just grow together without putting somebody down for you to be on top.
Exactly.
Right.
But somebody gotta be in poverty, so somebody can be rich.
Right.
But a just weight is his delight.
Just weight is his delight, man. You can elaborate on it, brother.
Yeah, the Most High likes a just weight. It's a balance, like on a balance beam,
Yeah.
You have good and you have evil.
Yeah.
So, we just want to remain on that good side and let the evil,
we just basically seeing it. We're watching the Most High watchmen. Yeah. So what we basically are. We are where the Most High placed us to be. And right now the Most High placed us to be watchmen. So we're watching it. We're being purified. We're being correct until that perfect day of the revealing of Yahushua. Remember, this is not in our works, because we're not following our holy days. We're wearing mixed fabrics. So we're watching the process of ourselves change. You watch yourself come from the world into this truth. You didn't make the choice to come into this truth. It was chosen. You was chosen. You was called. So we're watching all of the changes go on. We're watching 2/3 be revealed. We're watching this happen. We're watching Esau be the devil. We're watching the revealings. We're watching who the apostles are. We're able to start seeing these things. The Lord is just peeling back layers.
Also, with that being said too, while we're watching, it says search of your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Right.
So we're still trying to be righteous as much as we can while we're watching. Because remember, if we're watchmen, that means you're on the watchtower.
Right.
Like we brought out in the scriptures earlier, it said to be next to the light.
Right.
If you're a watchman on that tower, you're right there next to that light. Because why? He wants us that close to him. That's standard. So we're going to be even closer to the light as it beams over our heads, showing everything. Like when you see a watchtower, don't you see that?
Yeah,
you see the watchtower shows everything, right?
Light,
shows all the light, it beams on everything. And where are you? Right there, close, right next to it. So that now when the light beams there, boom, you can see it as well. But you're close to that light. Why? Because you want to be close to that light. You're trying to be righteous as well. You're trying your best. Do you have faults? Of course. You're just striving to get close to that light. But at the same time, our job is, as we're doing that, is still to warn the people of their wickedness. Yo, that shit is about to hit that iceberg. Yo, move out the way. All right, cool. Boom. Boom. All right, now I'm getting my scriptures. You gotta know how to motivate. That's what you're doing. You're doing your salvation and at the same time trying to warn them. But we're watching. That's why we watch the news. That's why we watch this. We're just sitting back watching so that the Lord can put the Spirit on us and we can convey it through these scriptures what's going on and how it's going to these end times. Because nobody else is breaking down what this government shutdown is about. People just think, okay, it's government shutdown, it's a war, that's it. But nobody else is seeing martial law right there. Nobody seeing these trial runs. Nobody seeing Jade Helm at their door.
RFID chip.
Yeah, I had a precept. Hit it back up to Psalms 144:1. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. So David seen the Lord, he watched the whole thing. He watched the Lord guide his hands to destroy Goliath. As we watch the Lord guide us to remember precepts or to study and to do these things. It's like the Lord is guiding us And we're watching it. And he acknowledged it. He said, bless Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Verse 2, my goodness, my fortress, my high tower, my deliverer, and my deliverer.
High tower.
Khan. And like you said, and my shield. He in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. So guess what? That goes back to the fear and trembling, because while we're watching that the Lord is doing these things for us, we fear because we know we're in the hands of the Lord, and at any time he could cast you out. He can do anything he wants.
Exactly.
So it goes back to you trusting in the Lord and just having that fear, because ultimately the decisions ain't made by none of us.
Exactly. And that faith.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
No, I got one more. We got Philippians 2 and 15. It says that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, which we are,
right,
without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. And that's what the Lord is setting us up, man. That's one of the main things, that we have to be blameless. That's what we was talking about, brothers, be blameless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because something may be easy don't mean it's the best thing to do.
Right.
Yeah, it could be easy just to see that brother just walking past, and you know that he got that freaking scully cap, which is representing, looking like you about to put that over like a ski mask. But you like, man, whatever, who cares? He walking by real quick, he be going in a second. Nah, stop him. Hold on. Yo, man, you shouldn't wear that, brother, because you know what? Even though I know you may think it's cool and it's fashion, just imagine if somebody come over here and was robbing somebody real quick, and you just walk past there, you fit that description, now they locking you up. Why would you want to put that vibe out there anyway that just like you robbing somebody?
Right.
Yeah, that may take 5 minutes of your time talking to that person as opposed to, I got other things to do. But guess what? You got to be blameless. And that right there, you to blame if something happens, because you seen it, you're watching it. You're supposed to speak on it. And other examples, man. It says, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. So we shine as lights in the world. We had to try our best to be blameless, man. Because when's the last time you seen a light have speckles on it? When's the last time you seen a light that was imperfection?
And this is
if the light was imperfection, that means there would be dark spots. Because what else is light?
Right.
That means there would be dark spots on light.
Right.
So you have to constantly strive for perfection, man. Because you can't tell somebody about their self, and then you're not doing it, and you're a hypocrite. You gotta examine yourself.
Right.
You know.
Right. And that's what the Lord is doing for us.
Exactly.
You can get it. It's 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Hey, and that's what the Lord is doing for us. That's why every day we're gonna get rebuked. You're never gonna get it right, because first of all, you're not set up to get it right by yourself. You set up to get it right through the Lord, and the way He's gonna do it is through rebukes, reprovements, constantly. Yeah, it's like
this is 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves.
Right.
Know ye not.
Prove your own selves. That means you got to be convinced in your mind, man. You got to prove, test it out. You know what I mean? To prove something is to test it, you know? You sit down and you test it out. You're testing yourself. Okay? And that's what it is. You know, you examine yourself. I mean, what? It goes back to watching again. You know? Damn, you know, shit. I'm out of worldly shit right now. Fuck. All right, you know what? Let me just, you know, let me pray. Lord, you know, put the Spirit on me to do the right things. Put the Spirit on me to, you know, to get back in the Spirit. And then you examine yourself and you see yourself, and the Most High start coming down to you. Yo, you ain't doing this. You forgetting to do that. Or yo, you missed out on doing this. And so now you're seeing it, and now you're getting back to it. You see the Lord, you watching again, examining yourself, and you see the Most High got you doing that. You doing that. You start to fast again. You're observing this day. You're observing that day, and now you seeing it. And then you see when you slip up again, because we're sitting there watching this thing, man, and we're praying. We're asking the Lord, Father, you know, God me to do the right thing. Constantly praying, you know. Exactly. And the Most High answer, we gonna be given. When we ask, He said, ask and you shall receive. But when we forget to do that, you know, we slip up, and, you know, that's what we're doing. We're sitting here watching, and we all know, as we watching, we know that, we know that, we're in the mercies of the Most High, you know?
And that's why it says, Matthew 6:33, you know, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first.
Right.
Everything shall be added unto you. Because if
Right.
you're constantly seeking for the kingdom of heaven, you're going to always try to strive for righteousness, because that's what this kingdom of heaven, that's the qualifications.
Right.
To get into the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So you're always going to be examining, you're always going to be doing, you're always going to be doing that. And even if you fall short, that's why it talks about having brothers around you, the brotherhood. Because another brother may remember, hey, but you said you were going to do this. Oh, damn, I forgot about the water, brother. Yeah. Oh, you said you were going to do this. Oh, yeah, you're right, brother. The water for that. You know what I'm saying? The strong chords, 3 is a strong chord.
Exactly.
This is why this is the importance of why Yahweh Shah was talking about the brotherhood. Because it's so much. You need that. You need that help. You need that guidance. You need that extra push. Yahweh Shah could have did all that himself, man. He could have, but he was next to brothers. Why? To show them the importance of the brotherhood.
Right.
When he knew that he wasn't going to physically be here.
Right.
Spiritually, we know he's here because we have faith. We know that. But you need that brotherhood support around you, man.
Right. You got more?
Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves.
Oh, know you not your own self. Wow. You don't even control yourself, bro.
Control yourself.
You know, you ain't.
I don't control myself, bro. Like,
you ain't make yourself, right?
I don't control myself. You know what I'm saying? Brothers always put their business out there. Like even me. Plenty of times I just wake up at night and I be hard. I'm like, I'm just hard as a rock. You like, yo, chill out. Yeah. And then next thing you know, you hard. You're like, damn, it's freaking Sabbath. You're not supposed to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But then, hey, I don't control that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't control myself.
Right.
And then next thing you know, you get me pray on it. You know, so I can go for that. Damn, man, I should have masturbated. You know, I'm trying my best.
Right.
You know, but because we fall short, but. That's the importance also of the brotherhood, man. Brothers next to you getting all you, hey man, do this. So, hey, you know what? To remind yourself more, do a vision board. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do the mind mapping, like the brother, you know, just introduced me to, man. You know,
through the spirit, man.
Hey,
you know,
certain things there, so you can remember if there's so much stuff going on your plate. Let me just check the agenda for today. I'm gonna do this, do that.
Nah, that's cool. Hey, but that's what the Most High did for us. He gave us a vision. He said the vision is point for point in time. He gave us a vision. That's what the Most High did to help remind us. Second Peter's the 1st chapter. You know, temperance, patience. These are the vision of things. But if these things be in you, you know, that's how we know. You know, you gauging it. You know, so you have that vision because, and then when you don't see it, guess what? You pray to the Lord. Lord, you know, and then the Most High, you know, he helps you out, man.
Listen, man.
Really, the Most High is helping brothers out.
Listen, man. That's why. Regardless of what somebody or other individuals say, man, listen, man, that lake of fire is caused by the nuclear missiles, man. I don't care what anybody say. And that's why you need that image. Clearly. So you can say to yourself in that vision, whoa, that's the lake of fire image he showed.
Right, yeah.
So you know what? How can I avoid that? So on that map, this is what I'm gonna put on that mind map, on that vision board. This is how I try to avoid it. Read scriptures. This one say, okay, try to be brotherly. Okay, try to do this. How can I be brotherly? Put this, put that, put that. And then every day you keep trying to do it, and then guess what? That's how you stay out of trouble.
Right.
That lessens a lot of your problems.
Right.
And that's how the Lord constantly looks at you. Oh, this brother he trying so much that he actually wrote out a plan so he can make sure just because he forget. All right, cool. Okay. And he's trying, and he's doing it sincerely. He's not just doing it. Okay.
Right.
Hey, write it down if you can. Some people, hey man, I suffer from bad memory. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to have a good memory. I came to this truth, we got slowed down. You know, maybe I was wicked in my past life, and the Lord said slow it down. But maybe he just tested me like, all right, so what other things you gonna do? So now I gotta write down other things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got no problem putting it out there. I write down certain scriptures like, damn, I said that a million times. I'm gotta paraphrase the scripture, but I'll find it. I got Google. Google it. Okay, it comes up. There's no excuse in this truth, man. We in a day and age where you can Google a scripture, it'll come up.
Yeah.
So you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the point is that you're trying. The Lord loves that effort. He loves that you keep pushing, that you try. Because here it is, like I said, certain brothers are staying online for 3 days straight for some Jordans. How much will you push yourself to make a good sit down?
Right.
You're looking at that. Did you actually put all into that sit down? Could you have did this? Could you have done that with the visuals? Could you really broke down those words? Like, because you'll spend a whole day looking into fashion and doing clothes and stuff like that. Will you at least put an hour in for doing a sit down?
Right.
Are you going to research it? Okay, I see what's going on. All right, so next time you go for fashion, man, make sure cancer's on that shit. I want to make sure this is on that. Because, hey, you said seek the kingdom first, and everything should be added unto you. But if you seek everything else first, and put more energy into that, okay, so I'm going to let you go to your own. You can go to that. Go to the world. But when that time comes, will I fight for you? You ain't fight for me.
Yeah, that's where your mind got to be at, you know.
Especially when you're able.
That vision,
righteousness.
Con. How that Yahweh Shamashiach is in you.
All right. That's what you're examining for, to see if Yahweh Shai is in you. Why? Because if you lacking and you're not, and you seeing the scriptures, damn, it's not adding up. Shit, man. I'm not totally in the spirit, man. I'm out the spirit. That's why you brothers say out the spirit, they're not, you know, it's like, because Yahweh Shai is in you, you're doing these, you know, 2 Peter's the first chapter is like a cheat sheet, you know? You know, because it say that, you know, knowledge, virtue, patience, temperance, you know, charity, brotherly kindness. But if these things be in you, you shall be, you know, shall be bound. Yeah. You know, so that's how you know when Yahweh Shai is in you. Those are the things you're constantly doing. So you might be doing one thing more than another. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's probably, you see these qualities in you, you just got to keep adding to it, you know?
That's powerful, man. That's a sit-down concept, man. You know, the Lord gave us the cheat sheet, man. How many times do brothers want to be in, I'm not going to say brothers, but how many times in the world, you know, you got people that want to be in certain societies or fraternities, certain things.
Right.
And they got to know somebody to get into it.
Right.
The Lord gave you the scripture, said, this is how you can please me so you get everlasting life in the kingdom, man.
Right.
It's there for you. It's that, hey, what did it say, man? Damn. How many kings have wished they could know this stuff, man? Oh. Hey, man, you got people that was great amount of wealth, man.
Right.
And they still couldn't understand and break this down. So when brothers have this opportunity, where the Lord opens you up, where you can understand these scriptures, understand what it means, you're supposed to run with that bad boy. Because you was just given the cheat code.
That's it.
How you could get, Lord willing, to the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Brothers should be thinking about that. Yo, world class mentality. Yo, I'm on my own planet. I can create my own planet. Yo, I can go through a black hole. I can create a black hole. Yeah. I can create something called a blue hole. I can do it. I can create a blue hole. I can create a color. I can create this. That's how I think. Ribs is the last thing on my mind. They gonna be there. I can create what I want.
They here now.
They here now. So technically I can create a rib. You know, you're gonna get plastic surgery, you're gonna do whatever you want to do. My thing is this, like, yo, you trying to tell me, yo, I can create my own planet. Like, I could, hold up, on my planet, I can make the atmosphere just looks this way. My atmosphere could look purple. I don't want it looking out like blood. I want it to look purple.
Right.
I want it to rain drinks. I want it to rain wine.
Right.
I can do that. Bro, you think about
I was trying to turn water to wine. Hey, I want to rain wine on a special day.
Rain wine on these.
You know what I'm saying? Cups in the air.
You know what I'm saying? I want that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got rivers of water now. We got rivers of this. We got rivers of, you know, hey.
Brother be like the Willy Wonka, the chocolate factory.
Don't get the brother thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to say, you know, as far as your mom can go out there righteously, it should be furthermore, even more, why brothers should be wanting to push this truth, man. But you know, that's it for now. I don't know if you like, if you got anything.
Oh, I had Psalms 133.
Psalms 133.
I'll bring it out real quick.
Alright.
I had it in my scriptures. It's like,
oh no, I was pretty much. I didn't know if you had. So after that, then you know.
Oh yeah, I just had Psalms 133. I'll bring it out right now. That was powerful analyzation.
Yeah, I just want to say something. That you said that the Most High gave you the cheat code, and I remember playing this game called Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah.
When you would get it would be something called the God mode, where you'll get all these in infinity missiles and infinity power.
Oh yeah.
Nothing could, you know, harm. Yeah,
I used to be playing with that ice cream guy.
Oh yeah, freaking clown. Everybody, that was the that was the number one person. He was on the cover.
Yeah, Sweet Tooth. That game was demonic as hell, bro.
Axon on him, Spectra.
I used to like playing with Spectre.
Minion, you know Minion?
Oh yeah. That's it. See how demonic these games was? Minion. That dude come through with a tank, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Buzz over here playing Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
things called Grand Theft Auto. You contributing and stealing.
Damn, bro. How many portals are you in? We was in some real bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Some real deep stuff, bro. You know?
I used to play on like 1.
I used to play that hours.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. My mom ready to go to work. I'm still.
Yeah, bro. Dudes over here playing Halo, man.
Yeah.
Just think about the word.
Man.
Just think about the word Halo.
I
But at the same
Halo.
time, it's about going to different planets.
Yeah.
And basically just being a colonizer, because you already know they wanted to say those are the angels when you look at that. So you just slaughtering angels and taking over planets, but yet you Halo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
With Cortana, she's always talking in your head. She's like the chip.
Yeah, so you know,
another mission.
Yeah, always understand me.
You know what I'm saying? You over here acting like you Esau, man, playing Sniper and all these other games that they had. Like, I forgot what the other one was called. That dude named Snake. The dude was named Snake. What was that called though?
Splinter Cell?
No, it was a famous sniper game, but you know his name was Snake, man. Everybody know that game. Anyway,
yeah, I get it.
This is for PlayStation. It's been like that for years, bro. But I
Metal
forgot.
Gear Solid?
Yeah.
Metal Gear,
Yeah, man. You just be an American sniper. All wickedness.
This is Psalms 133:1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts,
Even
Aaron's garments.
That's right. Aaron had a big beard.
Drip, drip.
Drip. Boy, Aaron was tripping, man.
Yeah, that boy was shouting out there.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's the question, man.
Drip too hard.
You know what I'm saying? Because in this world, when you talk about dripping, they talking about jury, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all really dripping, but see, we dripping right now. We dripping right now, but you know, our jury's in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You can't see. We creating tsunamis the way we dripping in the kingdom right now.
And we in unity.
And we in unity. So
you know?
we dripping right now.
Right.
If you spiritual, you can see it. The apostles is creating freaking typhoons the way they dripping, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a damn oil spill, like a BP oil spill over there.
Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? So do y'all want to drip with the jewelry or do y'all want to drip with the oil, man?
Right, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Stock is coming up, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's oil out here, man.
Oil and anoint,
Oil crisis going on right now, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? BP ain't got nothing on Yahweh Shah's oil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
we pumping for days.
Exactly, man. and it's beyond 93, pump 93, pump 92.
Regular, supreme. Nah. This is infinity. This is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Man, you put a dose of that in your tank, you go forever. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
We don't
Hey,
stop.
that's true. It's written in the book of life. Yeah, you
exactly. You go on forever, man.
Forever.
Quick picture.
Brother Levi Priest finish it.
This is John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Damn.
You know?
Damn.
And you say, you know, that rivers of living water is the knowledge, man, is the wisdom of Yahweh by Yahweh Shah. You know,
man,
that we strive for.
Overflow it, man. You know, dudes is and that's why brothers we always say, man, you know, you constantly humble is true, but then at the same time, know who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we always say what brothers say, man, know your worth, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you got 50, I don't care if 100 dudes come up against you. Guess what? They drowning in the knowledge the Lord gave to you, man.
Right.
Because your water overflows is drowning them. They can't stand against the Lord they can't stand against the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man.
Right.
So I don't care if they come up against you. Hey, they all came up against Yahweh Shah, and guess what? What did they do? What did they achieve? Nothing. Nothing. Yahweh Shah is creating planets right now. Yahweh Shah is coming back with a rod of iron, man, to rule over you dudes, man. What did y'all do? Y'all just made it worse. Y'all made it worse, man. Y'all his footstool. And the scriptures tell you that.
Right.
Y'all his footstool right now, man. Y'all made it worse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't care who come up against us, man. At the end of the day, the water that the Lord is giving us, man, it's just causing some typhoons for y'all. And that's why y'all can't take it. That's why y'all cause, like the brother said, that's why y'all make all these different things. Y'all make all these false allegations. Because y'all can't stand up against the water of righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Y'all drowning out here. And y'all feel it.
Yeah. This is, you finished that one?
Yeah. That's
all right. This is Psalms 133:3. As the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion, for there the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. So man, it's pleasant. It is pleasant. It is good. You know, for the Most High, you know, to see brothers dwell in unity, man.
That's right, bro.
And that means, man, to be united in this truth, this knowledge. You know, man, you know, this truth is beautiful, man. You know, even when you go out, you know, brothers, to be in unity, you know, the flesh can get in the way of things, but the whole concept of this thing is to be in a brother. A lot of individuals don't understand the growing process of being in a brotherhood or being in a unity. They don't understand that, yeah, brothers gonna have different opinions. One brother gonna like something better. Certain things might frustrate a brother about another brother, but you put that aside for the brotherhood, and that's what's pleasing in the Most High, you know?
Exactly, brother.
Because, of course, it ain't perfect. It ain't gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? I might not like the things Shaquat. I might annoy Shaquat a little bit, but we gonna rock together. We gonna like, nah, this is my brother. You know, it is what it is. You know, so you know that's how.
At the end of the day, let's not get it twisted, bro. You know, we talk about the brotherhood. And we talk about, you know, righteousness, and we laugh, we joke, but hey, we still in the day, we still people, we gonna argue, we gonna have fights. The apostles constantly was always arguing with each other. Hey, Yahushua was constantly arguing with Peter. You would have swore he hated Peter, bro. The way he always got on people, but then, hey, that ended up being the rock. Yeah. For me, say you know how many times he got on Peter?
And he had a favorite. Yahushua actually had a favorite disciple.
Yeah, but John.
Right. So it's like, you know, someone's like, you know, I just rock this, you know, all right. You know,
but it's like anything else. You're around another brother so much, you got testosterone. You gonna get on each other's nerves. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This brother, man, I was asking him a million questions yesterday. I was irritating the hell out of this brother. He's like, I don't know, brother. He started getting snappy. Like, I don't care, man. I don't know this brother, man. Like, what's wrong with this? Goddamn, man. Shit, just get it already. Damn. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't getting it.
You know what I'm saying?
Put some pressure on this brother.
Brother wanted to rebuke the hell out of me. He's like, yo, man. Yo, 12 hours for this brother, man. That's a damn question. You been around this brother for
that brother thought I was like, hey, man. You know, I was like, damn.
Hey, man. Get on brother's nerves.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, we all get on each other's nerves. But like I said, we love each other. It's dwelling unity. Yeah. You know, that's
it's like family. Family always fight, man. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. You can see family always fighting. But let somebody come up against a family member and see how those families form like Joe Coach.
Yeah.
Because we can get on each other, but you not family. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted.
Them dudes gonna be like, oh, damn,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we can get on each other.
Right.
But all you wicked dudes, y'all not up your how about some y'all shot.
Right, man. That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? So that's why we form like Voltron to come at y'all dudes.
That's right, brother.
And all wickedness, man.
That's
right. That's it.
That's it.
That's it, man. Oh, you have more than that?
Yeah, more.
I had this one.
Okay, Cain, you can
This is Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old. Look at the generations of old.
Yeah, look at the generations of old, man. And and you know what? That's a powerful statement. You know, matter of fact, finish that before.
And see, did ever anyone trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Right, man. That's a question. That was a powerful statement to follow up with a question.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the generations of old. So, like the brother was saying through the spirit too, when you mind map and you set up certain things, first thing is topic. Look at generations old. That's one. All right, so I gotta go to the scriptures.
Yeah.
Let's go all the way back to these stories. Who's the people old? Okay.
Right.
I've been reading about them right now. What it says now? What did it say? What's the question?
Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Right. So let's see. Abel trusted in the Lord. Did he get confounded? Right. Did Abraham trusted in the Lord. Did he get confounded? He ain't get confounded. All right. So who else? Well, Isaac trusted in the Lord. No, he didn't. Jacob. He didn't. Like shit. Isaiah. Shit. Elijah. It's okay. Damn. Jeremiah. All right. So wait a minute, John. Hold up. So I should maybe listen and trust the Lord then.
Right. And you know who confounded? Samson. Even Samson. He made him say he trusted.
He still. So, because he struck away, but at the end when he trusted in the Lord.
Right.
The Lord granted him his wish.
You said Job as well.
Yeah, Job. Oh my God. Yeah, you can't undertone that.
Yeah, Job.
We all spiritually Job, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Job is the ultimate. That's a major.
Yeah.
That's a major trust.
book. And trust and not being confounded.
That's like when you take all your money, honey. I'm taking all this money to the house and I'm betting on the Lord. And you're like, and you lose everything. And y'all going through it for 10 years. You're like, you should never did that, damn it. You're like, well, I still got this ticket. We gonna hit one day. Exactly. And you out there looking crazy.
And like, woman, you foolish. Who cares if we broke? I'm still going to have trust in the Lord. That's what he did. And so much to the point that but with all of that, what it said, that he kept his integrity.
Yeah.
Because he may have cursed himself out, he never cursed the Lord out.
Yeah.
Yo, I wish I was, he basically said, I wish I was a stillborn.
Yeah.
You know, he said he wished all this stuff, but he never cursed the Lord out. Y'all 2/3 be cursing the Lord out every day, man.
Yeah.
They got the nerve to wear Jesus piece on your neck, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Right, you name me one that was forsaken from the Lord that feared him, man. Name one. Name, you know what? Yeah, I challenge all y'all dudes that be doing that, man. They can sit down on that, man.
Yeah.
Name, give me one.
Right.
Give me one person that feared the Lord. And the Lord forsook him, man.
Right.
Find that in the scriptures.
Or whom did he
Cause that's
ever...
why y'all dudes that be making excuses.
Yeah.
The Lord not telling me, or the Lord just,
right.
Lord this, why me, why this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why is me spirit? Or why am I in this poor predicament? Or why are all these people going through this, but I'm not? Okay.
Yeah, that's heavy, yeah.
Okay, so bring out in the scriptures, so that means you ain't have no fear then.
Right.
Go ahead.
And was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Yeah. Who did he ever despise that called upon him, man? Who? Who, man? You name me one person, and when I say that, y'all understand what we talking about. We said that called upon him. How you call upon him? We said Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. And then in the Holy Spirit, Wakar Kodash, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about y'all calling on Jesus. I ain't talking about y'all calling on these other false gods, man. I ain't talking about y'all calling on Krishna. I ain't talking about Allah. I'm saying the name. Who called upon that name and was what?
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon his name, upon him?
Right. Who has he despised, man, for calling his name? You find me that in the scriptures, man.
11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy.
Right, the Lord is full of mercy, compassion. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is full of long suffering, man. The Lord can see you do your bullshit for 20, 30, 50 years and just wink at it. And then when you come to his truth, he can be like, all right, you know, I dealt with your bullshit 50 years, I'm gonna wake you up. Or, hey, he could treat you like how he treated David. David went off, but he forgave him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
He forgave him. He did a sin that was put to death.
Yeah.
But he forgave him.
Yo, man.
Because the Lord can do whatever the hell he want to do, man.
That's right.
That's a fact, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Now, hey, that's that wicked seed, that son had to die. That came out of that situation with adultery. But did he forgive David? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Because David still went on, and who came out of that?
Right.
Solomon.
Go
ahead.
Yep.
Long suffering and
That was long suffering, but go ahead.
and very pitiful, and forgiveth of sins.
Hey man, it tells you the righteous fall up 7 times. So how many times do we fall every single day? I got mixed garments on right now. I can't help
every day.
So, you know what I'm saying? I certain things you can't help. You know what I'm saying? Certain foods that we probably don't know that we still not supposed to be eating. You know, we're talking about mixed with dairies and man, listen.
We fall, man.
We constantly falling, man.
We get our ass back up though.
Exactly.
You know, you messing up on high holy days.
That's the difference between us and other brothers. Other brothers complaining like, oh no, you both, you know what that's like? You in a boxing match. And your trainer trained you and you got knocked to the floor one time, boom. You complain to your trainer. You didn't treat me right. You didn't show me that was the weave this way and watch out for that left. Us, we got hit 1,000,000 times by Satan and said, boop.
Yeah.
And they like, nah, and we able to continue. And Satan just like, This motherfucker just keep getting up, man. Yeah. Like a million times on the floor. I'm like, me and the one, get back up.
Yeah.
Us. It's almost like, yo, what was that game, man? Freaking same thing with the cheat code. One of those boxing games. Every time you push it a certain way or you do the joist a certain way, you just keep getting up. And you're like, yo, what's this dude gonna cheat? Cause you knock him on the floor.
He would get up slow.
You just keep doing it. Oh, matter of fact, they even had that with wrestling. It was called like NWO, like NWO, WWF, NWO, Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
That's from like Nintendo 64. That's you talking about the 90s, brother. But anytime they knock you out, I know brothers was younger. So anytime they knock you on the floor, you know it'll be a KO if you can't get up. But you just do the joystick a certain way, you just keep getting up. And anytime people knew that, and you fight somebody else that knew that, like, yo, this thing gonna last all day because none of us gonna get in, because they'll do it, get up. They'll do it, get up. You done knocked the dude on the floor like 8 million times already. You keep doing cheat. So that's how the Lord has it. It's just like, yo, it's like you're on the floor you've been alive for 30-something years, but yet you got up like a million times. Like, you're like, yo, what the heck? Can't get this dude down, man.
Yeah, hit you with a damn car or a damn moon. Brother,
and every day you find that strength, you start hitting the pavement like Creed 2. He said, break, almost the way he broke his rib, but he was on the floor. He was like, hey, he was like, just like the floor. Got up. Dude, like, hey, but you keep getting up. That's what the Lord's saying. He give you that spirit. Get up, man.
Like my man Tyson Fury, man, he got his ass knocked down by the Bronx Bomber. He was supposed to be out. But yo, he got back up. He said he was lifted up by the hand of God. Yeah, you remember when he said that? He said it was the hand of God. Yo, man, he put him out. It was supposed to be a hit that he was supposed to wake up. So he said, boom. Yeah. He was counting. He was like this. When he got the ages.
Yo, let's go.
He was like, you know, he was like, man, I was lifted up by the hand of God. Damn. Like the spirit.
That's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah, the spirit. God.
We don't direct our steps.
God.
Forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction.
Yeah. Right. Forgiveth of sins and saveth in time of affliction. And that's exactly why brothers got to go out here. And you can't be selfish with this truth, man. Because you know what? The same way that you helping, Lord willing to save a brother, that's how the Lord gonna look at you like, all right, because you helped that brother out, now that you in the situation, I'm gonna help you out. And it's the balance. Or you ain't helping him out, now you in the situation, you deal with it. That's the balance. A lot of times brothers will be knowing just from little gestures, man. You might just see someone on the street, here's $1. Now that you know something happened where you was about to get hit by this car, but the Lord just had that, yo, Angel, take care of that, man. Just swerve him real quick. He be alright. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, how I dodged that? I don't know. That was the Lord. I don't know how I dodged that. Because what you just did 2 years ago over here, but you forgot about that.
Yeah.
The Lord didn't forget those records. You know, brothers do a lot. Don't be knowing. Go ahead.
Brothers don't be knowing.
And saveth in the time of affliction.
Right. We pray that all that we do now will save us in time of Jacob trouble. Lord, whether we live that long. You know what I'm saying? Save us that time of affliction, that time of not only the physical famine, but the spiritual famine, man. Because everything we're getting right now is to save up our oil. We can't give that oil at that time. We gotta keep our own. Even from other brothers. We got, hey man, I don't know who you are, I know who I am. I don't know who I am, but I know I got this oil for me. I don't know why. If you was a brother, you ain't save your own oil. Hey, we said, man, your own salvation. We said that, right? Okay, well, I gotta go. You wanna come along, you can, but I can't slow myself down for you though.
Brother, you gotta get your own.
Hey, that's how it is. Go ahead.
12. Woe be to
say it out.
Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands.
Yeah, destruction be to fearful hearts. Right? People that don't fear what? The Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's afraid to get this truth. Right? Go ahead.
And the sinner that goeth 2 ways.
And the sinner that goeth 2 ways, man. Because why? Because you got that from your father, the devil, that serpent that had that 2-edged tongue, man. You're going every way. Going this way, you're going that way, you're going that way. There's so much stuff you imagining. Like my brother said, your imagination, you just keep going. Like, cause you got nothing to stop you. Go ahead.
13. This is Sirach 2 and 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
Right, you faint-hearted, man. Ain't a little thing happen, you want to complain. Remember Don Juan had told me before when he first started going out, it was a brother, I don't know his name, that went out to prophesy with him. He said, man, not even an hour passed by, it was so cold, he said, I can't do this, and went home.
Damn.
Last time he seen that brother, man, I don't know, that was like 10 years ago, probably, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, faint-hearted. Any little thing that happened, you want to make an excuse, that's why I can't do it.
Yeah, nigga just was trying to get out, but he's waiting for that. He's waiting for that. He's waiting for one little thing.
It's excuses, man. Dudes always want to make somebody else with excuses.
Yo, I think I got a cough in my throat, man. Yeah.
I think
I'm sick. I gotta go see a doctor, guys. Take care, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but meanwhile, you'll still have that cough and go watch a freaking basketball game, though.
Right.
You'll pay tickets for the NBA Finals. You say, I can go to the NBA Finals, brother. Go ahead.
Therefore shall he not be defended.
Right, Lord, he gonna defend you, man. Why should he? Why should he defend you?
The word.
You know what I'm saying? Why should he defend you when, you know, you find out that you got vocal cord cancer and you could barely talk? Why should he? Because when he did give you a mouthpiece, you didn't use it.
Right.
You use it to defend him. Why should he defend you?
Right.
Go ahead.
14. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
That lost patience, man. You know, to have patience also is a form of suffering. Y'all tried to suffer seeing his people. It's not like it was a, man, that wasn't no sweet ride all his years he was alive. He went out, from 12 years old, he was out there doing what he had to do. Why? Because he's seen his people. Said that his eyes was red. Why? Because he was a wine bibber. He was stressed the hell out every single day. But he still did what he had to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So how much more you?
Right.
You want to be heirs, right? You got to go do the same thing. You got to go out here. Second to sit down is done. We're going to go out here. We're going to see our same wicked people in the world. You got to deal with them. You got to deal with the small. You got to deal with the weed smoking around. You got to deal with all this stuff. You got to suffer all of that. With patience, man.
With patience. And you know what? You just enjoy it because, again, it goes back to the Most High showing us what's evil and what's good, you know? Within a fleshly part of, I'm talking about the fleshly part of this truth, you'd be like, damn, man, I can't stand it. But then, it's a good thing because they showing you, the Lord didn't just put this here to just really just vex the crap out of it. He wanted us to really know good and evil. Then I want to show you the ones who's gonna come in the truth, because then you're gonna have to have mercy on the brother, and and it's so on and so forth. Like, we learning so many aspects of this thing, and it's just a process, man. It's just a real process that we don't get, and when the Most High give it to us, then we get it. We're like, wow,
That's why Yahweh
because Yahweh did it,
Yahweh did it, and that's why Yahweh prayed to the Father for us.
He said,
you're not the world. Exactly, brother.
Yeah, wow.
Said, don't take out the world, but he prayed for us to be in the world.
Yeah.
Just don't get consumed by the world, because we gotta learn it.
Yeah, keep it from the
if you're gonna be a priest, which is a judge, how you gonna know righteousness and wickedness?
Right.
The judge, if you've never been around it.
Right.
Hey man, the judges, if you notice, you can't just go from a judge. You gotta be a lawyer first. You gotta go from the law.
Right.
Oh yeah.
How can you be a judge? You never dealt with law. You gotta be a lawyer for years to know it. All right, so now you can be a judge to judge it.
Right.
You can't just jump from all to the bar. I'm a judge. No. What experience you got?
Right.
Let's level to this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
That's a sit down title. What y'all gonna do when the Lord visit you, man? Sit down title. What y'all gonna do? And plus, what you gonna keep in mind when the Lord visits you? He say he's not gonna meet you as a man. It's no more talking. So the question really should be, what you gonna think? You can't talk to him. It's no more talking. What are you gonna do in that time? Are you gonna say, damn? Because that's when the Lord gonna open you up too. Oh, these were the Lord. Oh, this was going. So I cannot. Can you what? You seeing missiles being fly over here? Can you what? What are you gonna do? That goes to faith and believing that's what's going to happen. But a lot of people don't believe that's what's going to happen. Even though you got 200 million missiles just waiting out there, but I guess the missiles is not going to bring the lake of fire.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
15. Sirach 2 and 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways.
Break it down.
So of course the ones that fear the Most High, they're not gonna disobey his word, which is the law, statutes, and the commandments, man. All right, and they that love him is gonna keep his ways, which is being righteous, being brotherly, helping out, bringing out this truth, being in the spirit of prophecy, you know, and being as found the ways of Yahweh Shah, because you know that was the main role model that the Most High gave us, man.
That's right.
So we could
to live up to,
live up to that. That's the standard, man. Mm-hmm. Okay.
He said, "My ways are not your ways," so you should be trying to figure out His ways.
Come, exactly.
Which is right there in the scripture, so it's not hard. Go ahead. 16.
They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto Him.
And that's the difference. The men of the Lord see what's pleasing to the Lord. The men of this world see what's pleasing to them.
Right. Yeah, that's what Abel was saying. He said about faith. You know, he was able to please the Most High. You know, he was hoping to please Him, man.
Cain just chose to please himself.
Yeah.
That's why he said, "I'm gonna give you what I want to give
you." That was some real nigga shit, man.
Yeah. And that's why we said 2/3 of our people come in the spirit of Cain.
Yeah.
Because, for example, how many dudes you know out there? Let's keep it real, man. You know, Israel do a lot of wicked things to get money. But we see Israel, man, when they really put their mind to it, they want to get this, they'll get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get the Louis Vuitton, they get all this stuff. How many of them have said, you know what, with all this money I'm making right here, let me open up a building right here, take care of some of these homeless people. Let me do this. Let me open up this school. Let me do. Why? They just think about themselves. They don't care about their community. They just care that as long as they looking fly within their own shit.
Right.
And I say that because it's still a cesspool. Still shit.
Right.
As long as you look fly in it.
Right.
Flies hang around shit.
Yeah.
Fly shit. Yeah, it's fly shit. That's why they say that. It's spiritual. Yeah. You looking like a fly and shit. You're still around shit though. And you're not even trying to clean that shit that's around you either. Just as long as you look fly in the shit. But we all suffer. That's the amount of a 2/3. See, the amount of a 2/3 is, you know what? I got this money. Let me ride around with this S50 with all my boys right here struggling. Mind the righteous is, if we are going to compare to a car, how about we split that down the middle? All of us could just get kids.
Right.
But you know, but
and they that love Him.
More spiritual. Salaki hasn't even said that. How about we just open up a school teaching brothers about the Lord? Israel. How about that? Take that money and open up something where we can have our own room and more space for brothers to come in.
Right.
What?
Yeah. You gotta be worried about, you know, Zaddy Esau, you know?
Yeah.
For real. And they that love Him shall be filled with the law.
Right. So if you love the Lord, you shall be filled with the law. Why? Because you love the Lord. So that means constantly the law is on your mind. That's to please Him. So what should I do today? What did I do? How did I go off? You always think about the law. Because you always think about how I make myself better. I still got to do the law. What did I do? What am I not doing? Did I do this? Did I practice Shabbat? Did I practice this? Did I do that? I should do this. Did I fast? It's always on your mind. That's pleasing to the Lord, that is on your mind. Yeah. Your mind could be anywhere else in the world right now. You could be watching freaking porn. You could be watching freaking... Matter of fact, what is it today? Well, tomorrow I think they got some UFC fight about to happen. I forgot it was today. There's so much stuff going out. It's a million things because it's freaking internet that you can be into right now.
Right.
But you're thinking about, shit, man, we got to sit down. I plan 2 sit-downs for a week. I got to do this, and I got to deal with this brother, make sure that his situation is right, make sure he's better. Then I got to get another bite. This Bible tearing up, so I got to get that.
Right.
You constantly thinking about the Lord.
17. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts, and humble their souls in His sight. Yeah, man. They're that fear the Lord will prepare, man, to get to make ready your mind.
In their souls.
And humble.
And humble, the most
mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah, the Most High, mind, body, and soul, man. The Most High really is doing. He said He gonna prepare their minds.
Prepare your mind.
Yo, that's how you know, bro. We just watching this. Yo, the Most High just setting up what you about to think about for the day. You know what He said about your soul?
And humble their souls in His sight.
Humble your soul. He gonna humble you, chastise you, rebuke you. You gonna feel low. Like, yo, the Most High is just doing all of this Yo, he's really operating this program, yo. I really used to think that, you know, sometimes I was doing something. The Most High. The Most High, yo. It's him. That's why his name is Yahweh. He is, or he exists. Yo, because he really is in everything. He's really doing this.
That's the Lord.
And Yahweh Shai, you know, he's doing it through his son, because he set him up. I believe that. I was chosen to believe that. And then through the Holy Spirit, which is a force that is passing through. It'll hop on a brother come humble you know? Yo, man, it's really, 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 you know.
It's a powerful, rare thing that we in, man.
Yeah.
You just can't take that for granted, because that's the rarest thing you can have. So take that for granted. It's retarded.
The Lord could take you out any second.
Yeah. You know, I always tell brothers, I'm like, yo, don't take it for granted, because what if you just wake up tomorrow with amnesia?
Word.
The Lord gave you that. You just forgot the name. You forgot who you are.
Yeah, bro.
You got the truth. You can still
believe it. That's scary. It would happen, you know?
So I tell brothers, man, you know, every day you pray, you know, thank the Lord for waking you up another day. Not just waking you up, but waking you up in this truth. But you got a lot of people right now that's alive, but they're spiritually dead.
Right. Walking dead. 18, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men.
And that's what we started off with Susanna. You know, she said, you know, she fell into the hands of the Lord.
Exactly.
You know, she didn't go with these two dudes, you know, and freak off with them because they was going to say something. Nah, she said, I'm falling in the hands of the Lord.
Exactly, because she understood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you're going to do to my body. I care about what the Lord going to do to my spirit.
Word.
Scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Word.
You know, that could take your body.
Exactly.
Yeah, so. For as his majesty
that was a righteous woman, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a righteous woman for doing that.
Yeah.
They have them in the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
For his majesty is.
For as his majesty is.
For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
That's it, man. Yeah, that's
it. Mercy, man, to Israel.
For his majesty. You know what that is? His majesty, majestic. Bro, everything is majestic. You know, this brother gets so desensitized that you forget everything is his majesty. Just think about the concept of a wall. He created something called a wall. Before, you see, we grew up just looking at walls, so we don't get that. For nothing to be here and create it, see, I want to put a wall that separates this from that. You had to create that. He created the urinary derm to the point where people are looking at us right now from somewhere millions of miles away, states away, countries away. Looking at us the same time as we're talking.
Both sides.
He created a table. He created water. This thing is so hard. This thing is so soft right now that if you was to hold it in your hand, you wouldn't even really feel it. But at the same time, if somebody do it at enough force, it could hit your damn head off. If you right there with a dam, when it busts, it will blow your head off. But then it's so soft and liquefied that you barely can feel it. Has no smell to it.
Incredible, bro.
It has no taste to it, but yet it replenishes you. Has no taste to it, but yet you taste it. You need it for life, but at the same time, you drink too much, it can kill you. And you drown in it. Yeah, it's light. It's light. It's light as a feather, but yet has enough force. It's like wind. This air is wind. But Lord, put wind where you kill you. But bro, just think about everything. A doorknob, like little things you just looking at, like the Lord created all of this. He said the earth was void. He created everything. Then from just the earth, then you had to create this. You had to create brushes. You had to create that. Things over time. He created a wire that allows source to go through it to power that machine right there.
Right.
You know, people talking about Isaac Newton and all this stuff. Look at this. You talking about a light bulb. You got a light bulb, brother. Back in the day, there was no such thing as a light bulb.
Replication of what the
why they think they said by this hour, that hour? Because once there's a certain time at night, you ain't seeing nothing. But chariots and stars, that's it. You have a light bulb in your house. You know, but I'm just saying, like, think about how bugged out that mind is.
When you think
we looking at it because like we grew up in it. We just decided, okay, we got a mic, we got to. Think about somebody had to create and think about that. Somebody thought about a chair that you could sit and not stand all day. You know what I'm saying? So You know, I just say that majesty.
Incredible, yeah.
They say as much as his majesty to do all that, think of that. And then we're not even talking about how, we don't know how, it'll be a sin to even say a name to how the heavens are going to be. Right. And they said that compared to his what? His mercy.
Yeah, his mercy.
Yeah. So the Lord has, man, there's no word for how much mercy he has. So I take that for granted.
Yeah, man.
Utilize it, man. Pray over it and thank the Lord for having mercy on you, because he don't have to have mercy on you. He do as he willeth.
His only begotten son, man.
He the one that do as thou willeth him. Alright, but you know, that's it, man. With that being said, we pray this is a powerful sit down to edify y'all brothers through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, we like to give infinity honors to our Lord and Savior, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
By Shem Kakodash.
By Shem Kakodash.
Khan, again, double honors. We're going to keep saying that because other people out there don't want to say it. So we're going to say it even harder, man. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS.
That's right.
That rule well. We don't care if y'all dudes get mad, man. We're going to keep pushing it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, salutations to the elect out there, man. We love y'all. We don't know who y'all are, but we love y'all in totality. We pray that we be part of the elect. Get the most high raise up the elect in speedy fashion, man. Salutations to y'all brothers out there pushing this word of truth and sincerity. We love y'all brothers, man. I keep pushing, man. Showing these people out here that, hey, man, Israel, the elect, the brothers out there pushing that righteousness is alive and well, man. You know what I'm saying? And destruction to this wicked society, man. Alright? With that being said, come here, Charlotte.
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 Shalom. Y'all brothers strive to be in the image of Abel, man.
That's right.
In righteousness. Strive to be like Yahweh Shah, man. Righteousness.
Shalom.